I just eat the boxed lunch that they throw at me when I get back on there after the lunch tour. But no, it's great to be on that bus with Pat and Kale and all the other people. So it's always fun.
Coach, a little bit down here about there's a lot of talk here in town about Maryland going over to the Big Ten.
Right.
What do you think about it? What impact do you think it'll have on Penn State? What do you think what effect might it have on Penn State recruiting down here?
Well, we've always recruited this area. We have 11 guys on our football team right now from the Baltimore, D.C. area. So we've already, we're established here, and we're looking forward to continuing to recruit here. Obviously, with the addition of Maryland and Rutgers, we feel that the conference is that much more competitive, and I think it's great for college football. It's great for the fans, and Penn State used to play Maryland back in the day, and get back to doing that, and also with Rutgers too coming in. So it won't change much for us because we'll still have a presence recruiting here, and we just have enjoyed a lot of successful players at Penn State from this area.
Are there other things that you would like to be doing back home?
I think it's a good time, Nate, because I believe that May is a time when the assistant coaches are out on the road recruiting. A lot of our players are finishing up final exams, so we were able to meet with all of those guys last week, and then we have a couple weeks here where we can go out and speak to alumni and fans, and I think that's important to do. Will I do this every single year? No, won't do it every single year, but I do think in the first 2 years it's important to do, and I have a lot of fun doing it. I enjoy meeting all the people and things like that, and I think it's probably the perfect time of the year to do it, to do something like this.
Would you like to establish another border rivalry with Maryland?
Well, I think Maryland is a rivalry. I know you mentioned the record before. I don't know anything about the record. I wasn't here at Penn State. All I know is that Randy Edsall and I coached together at Georgia Tech. He's a fantastic coach, and that's going to be a tough game, especially playing down here in Byrd Stadium. I know that when I was coaching here at Maryland, that was a tough environment to come into for the visiting team, and so that'll be great. And it'll be great to have Maryland at Beaver Stadium. That'll be fun for college football.
About his personality, his determination. He's a very, very determined guy, and he doesn't get caught up in the periphery. He's pretty driven and focused on what we have to do to move forward. He doesn't languish in all the possibilities of what could not. No, he has a determination and a focus and a very positive and charismatic way of moving the program forward, and I think we're very fortunate to have him as our football coach. Once you come to Penn State and you're around the people there, I think it's the people. It's just such a community of people who love Penn State and who love athletics and who support our program. And when our players come on campus, they feel that. They feel that energy, and so it's not a hard sell or anything. It's just really come on campus and see if it feels right for you. Thankfully for us, it's felt right for quite a few players and quite a few good players.
And on that vein, you're losing a few good players.
Yeah,
and
don't
some
remind
good
me.
leaders. I'm sorry. Obviously, Bentley, Green are leaving. Who, besides Maggie, because we know she's going to be great, who are you looking for next year to step up both on the court and off in a leadership role?
Well, our seniors. We've got 4 seniors. Maggie Lucas will be one senior, but Dara Taylor is going to be a senior. She'll be our point guard. She'll be our floor general. Ariel Edwards is another senior who's a wing player, and she played a lot of minutes for us, and it's just a dynamic slashing guard. And finally, our 4 seniors, Talia East, who has played a supporting role in the post for us. And the 4 of them together, I think, are ready for the challenge of carrying forward what our departing seniors, where they left the program. So they're looking forward to taking that over and keeping us at the top of the conference and pushing farther in the NCAA tournament.
I apologize if this is really uninformed,
That's
but
okay.
how does football affect women's basketball, if at all?
It affects it, I think, in a fantastic way. I'll say this, when there's good synergy between the football and women's basketball programs. And we certainly have that. I mean, our kids see Coach O'Brien at our games. Our kids see Pat Chambers at our games, and we're at their games. So we have a good relationship. It's like they're the big brothers. And when they're on campus, the football players and our players, they're friends, they're colleagues, they're comrades, they support each other. And when football, when you're at a big time football school like we are, it's great because the popularity that they generate, when you're turning on ESPN, the Big Ten Network, and you're watching Penn State football be competitive, and Penn State is being so visible, it has such a positive effect on us. We get a lot of recruits, that'll, send us messages and say, yeah, I watched the football team, that was a great win, or, and I think vice versa, when they're out of season and women's basketball is playing well and we're in the NCAA tournament and we all impact each other. So a strong football program really helps us.
They're all around campus town and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Coach Bryan, so.
Why?
Well, for a lot of reasons. I think he's done a tremendous job here. I think he's a very good leader, great attitude. He's a one team type of guy. He's fighting for all the teams and all the coaches, and he's just. You look at what he's done and the way he's handled himself, and it's very impressive. You just think about what the team's gone through, since he's been here, and the challenges and everything that's been put on his plate, and still to be able to keep the team focused and positive, and to smile. It takes a very strong person. I think it's every year's even seems to be. It's going to have its own challenges and things. You have different kids and there are different times of their lives. They have different things on their minds, and so for us, it's just getting the best result at that time. We have looking at our our team on paper. We have maybe the best team we've ever had. Next year, dual meet wise, I think we have that potential. So. But we still have to compete, and you have to go out there, and you have to stay healthy, and kids have to stay eligible, and they have to stay out of trouble, and all these other different areas that are key. So, but I don't think we're worried about being complacent, But winning a 4th championship is that's a heck of an opportunity to go for. It's definitely worth fighting for.